But he feeds the ball out wide to Walsh. Walsh running onto his right foot, shoots at goal, and it would have been a good start, but he's off to the right-hand side, through for a behind. Matt Walsh, second behind for the day today. He kicked a few goals last week in the wet conditions, but just waiting to find his accuracy here today in the wind.
Yeah, he threw his head back then. He knew that he didn't time it properly and probably rushed that a little bit as well because he was out there on his own. He should have pegged that one.
Would have been a good start for Werribee. We've only gone about 30 seconds into the second quarter, and that would have started the quarter off really nicely for them. But Popovsky now to bring the ball back in. That's David kicking out from full back. He'll be looking to give him the ball to the clubroom side of the ground. He's gone short. Will Urquhart takes a mark, still inside 50 metres. He again pushes their ball wider again. Kazina's out wide, takes a mark, handball's on. Furman running past. Another handball to Lewis. Lewis, quick hands now to Parker on his left foot side. Brings the ball into the forward line, but it's read better by Chris Gillum, and Chris Gillum going back takes the mark. Clears the ball now to the centre position of the ground, just short of centre half back. Shannon takes a mark, plays on the right foot, goes long to the centre half forward position. Out in front is Watt this time. But the ball is spoiled from behind by Holiday. No, it's Hammond, sorry. Urquhart cleans the ball up, tries to kick the ball off the ground, and it's over in front of the broadcast area here, directly in front of us. Deep in the half-forward line here for the Werribee side.
Probably a lack of talk there, Laurie. Belpostel Urquhart really had time to pick it up.
Yeah, he did.
Ball commences again. Mabry on his right foot takes possession, running from the front of the pack. Kicks the ball long. Marinovic over the top, spoils Bernardo, and we're again going to have a throw in. This time we're 20 metres out from the point post. In the forward pocket for the Werribee side.
Dale, you know a few of these guys, Kazina and Marinovic, back into this Belpostel defence. It does give them a bit of height, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've probably been lacking that, I suppose, in recent weeks in the true defensive position, because it's really come down to Hammond by himself and some of the smaller brigade, but this will help them out, Belpostel.
So 2 minutes into the second quarter, ball thrown in, forward pocket for the Werribee Central side, picked up at the back of the pack by Chug. His kick across the face of goal. Popovsky has picked the footy up. He goes away from half-back flank. Terrible kick into the bruise. Moreland in front, in the right position. Doesn't get the footy, but he's able to allow Belpostel to get a handball to Lewis. Lewis now towards half forward. Beck backing back, can't take the mark. There's good work by Baseley there. Gets a low skimming pass into the full forward position, but Werribee Central's defence, it's holding tight today as the handball comes out to Chris Gillum. He's got Simmons on his own on centre wing. Takes the mark. Kicks back into the corridor. I don't know where he's kicking it to because it's gone straight to Casina. And with his height, a great mark overhead. He's taken 3 or 4 already today and chips the ball out wide to Hammond and Belpostel now. They retain possession. Another chip into the middle of the ground. Numbers with Belpostel. Back of the pack, it's Nathan Lewis. Allowed to run through. Gets a handball over to Baseley. Josh goes to full forward. And Wells, terrific handball out to Fursland, who's running. And that's a fantastic move forward for Belpostel. Unfortunately, Fursland kick is offline, so only behind. But good movement by Belpostel on that occasion. 2-3-15. They trail Werribee Central's 4-6-30. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, almost 4 minutes gone.
Chris Gillen to bring the ball back into play, and he goes to the far side of the ground with a good long kick, gets out towards the centre wing, punch forward, and it's on the ground. Nathan Lewis takes possession. He feeds a handball underneath the pack, finds Fursland, comes back, and he's got Holiday it is, and he goes with a handball to Parker, back to Holiday. Holiday now chips the ball wide. Lewis pushing forward again, takes the mark just inside the centre 50-metre arc, plays on to Hardy. Hardy from 40 metres out, and again it's off to the left-hand side. These are costly misses for the Belpostel side now, and they move on to 2 goals 4. They trail Werribee Central's 4 goals 6.
I suppose, Laurie, this is a replica of the first quarter. Werribee Central's blazed away at that northern end and couldn't get a goal, and so far Belpostel doing the same.
Yeah, look, and that's right, Eric.
So the ball kicked in by Dave Kennedy to Wallace, still in the back pocket. Looking for some movement upfield, and gee, there's not a lot of movement at the moment. He has to go short again. He's found Mick Kennedy, so still well inside the defensive 50 for Werribee. The ball there kicked by Kennedy to Thwaites, who's taken the mark centre wing. Western side of the ground, a long kick to centre half forward, a little nudge forward by Hammond. Unfortunately, Bernardo picked it up. His handball was perfect, except that it was behind Jason Festuca, who was running. But Festuca stayed forward, and the ball picked up there by Matt Watt, hooked it around the body, and now a 50-metre penalty. And
don't think he'll miss from there.
I wouldn't have thought so. Jason Festuca, he's on fire, as we've mentioned in the first quarter. Now, as a result of the 50-metre penalty, the man on the mark is on the line between the goalposts. Jason Festuca has, I don't know where he's going. I thought he was going to go run through the
He's still
the
got a
goal.
kick it, hasn't he?
He has, and he's done just that. So Festuca kicks his second, and a very good start now for the Werribee Central side in this second quarter. 5 goals, 6:36. They lead Belpost Hill 2-4-16. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard, 5.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, that's the advantage of that long kick when you've got the breeze there. I'm not sure who kicked that ball from up here, but it was long into Swaits, wasn't it?
Yes, you're on side.
He kicked the ball long there, went over the pack just marginally, but it ran on. Bernardo picked it up. I don't know what sort of a handball that was. I must tell him about that when I have a beer with him after, because that was a shocker. It was like a cream puff coming out of there.
Well, Jason was too quick, I think. That's what he'll say.
Yeah, that's what he'll say.
Bowyer and Clayton are back in the centre square, ready to have the ball thrown up by the umpire, and play begins again. Bowyer looks to sweep the arms, but it's cleaned up beautifully by Shannon, who's running through, crosses the 50-metre line, goes long, and that's a nice, easy goal.
Mate, that's
if you
football.
don't mind. Whew.
And Matt Shannon, running through the centre of the ground, has kicked a nice goal from just inside the 50-metre mark, and that puts the Werribee side now 6 goals, 6:36 to the Belpost Hill side, 2 goals, 4:16. We've played 6.5 minutes.
Smithy, I don't know whether I had the skills that Matt Shannon's got, but I can recall the old days, many days ago. There's no better feeling than that, to run through the middle of the ground, steady and kick a goal.
It's nice when the ball pops up into your arms like it did, and he read that very nicely too.
And you can look straight into that camera.
Magnificent clearance, wasn't it? So back in the middle, can they do it again? 7 minutes gone now. The clock has ticked to 7 minutes. But Werribee Central's starting to take a little bit of a grip on this game as Bowyer, beautiful tap down to Parker, immediately on the left foot to full forward. Oh, Thwaites dropping back. Gee, he's playing one of the better games I've seen, Laurie. Thwaites,
Yep.
he's, now there's a whistle on play. Why hold the game up, umpire? Let the game continue.
I think
He's
it's
got
going against Matt Shannon this time.
He's going to.
Oh, no, it's not.
No, Shannon's going to get the free kick.
Against
So.
Parker.
Well, I wonder whether that's penalising the side, Werribee, because they were away on the outer side. Now the ball's come into the corridor, middle of the ground, but it is Shannon with the free kick. Not a good kick, but chug, going forward, mark, free kick, whatever you like. And, well, you can't give that sort of attention, Eloise. As Chuggy now across the ground, into the sun. Players lose sight of it marginally. At the back of the pack, it's Moreland for Belpost Hill. Around the body, but in the way there is Simmons for Werribee Centrals. Quickly back into the corridor, and Matt Welsh has taken a mark. What? Play on, said the umpire. Why? Went backwards, but he gets his kick Welsh to centre half forward. Almost a big mark there to the Bowyer, who's into the back line. Handball comes to Furman. Furman now across the ground, looking for, and Holiday diving forward. Has hung onto the footy, takes the mark. The little left foot chip looking for, finds Parker, who he just about dropped that as well. He chips it now into the path there of Nathan Lewis, who was running forward. And the coach has done well. He's run from centre half back to centre half forward. And now has the kick at goal from inside the 50-metre arc, even into the breeze, not beyond the capabilities of this fellow kicking a footy. Nathan Lewis. Well, in trying to get distance, he's hooked it fairly badly, has he? No, it's got a behind. So another miss to Belpost Hill. 2 goals, 5-17. They trail Werribee Central. 6 goals, 6:42. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. 9 minutes gone.
Ball's brought back into play, and it's gone from Kennedy to Kennedy. Sounds like the Leyland brothers, but we've got the ball out, and we're on the half-back flank for the Werribee side, looking to bring the ball and clear the ball from that zone. Kennedy looks up to the centre wing. Thwaites is in there. Bowyer pushes him underneath the ball. Cleaned up off a Stuka, but well met by Casina coming the other way. The ball's knocked out of bounds to the ground.
Oh, he was, wasn't he?
Centre wing. Umpire to bring the ball back into play. 9.5 minutes gone.
Quarter time scores, GDFL games. Bannockburn 7-3, Inverleigh 1-1, North Geelong 9-4, East Geelong 2-1, Belmont Lions 2-1, Thompson 9-2, Winchelsea 5-6, Karaya 3-3, Anarchy 3-7, Geelong West 4-1.
And the ball's being brought back into play, and it's gone forward by Furman, looking for Tar. Cleaned up at the front of the pack by Hardy, but a free kick's been given here. Justin Tar's one possession, and he's going to be 35 to 40 metres out. He'd be directly in front, but this is one goal that he'd want to get back from that last miss in the first quarter.
Wonder if that was one of the new rules where the marking...
Sweeping the arms.
Yeah, swept the arm out.
Yeah, look, I didn't see it, Eric.
Well, that was the only thing I could interpret from that.
Look, there wasn't much else in it, so it could have been. Justin Tarr, this is an important kick for the Belpost Hill side. Needs to kick it, crosses over the 50-metre line, gets to 40. Good looking kick off the boot, and that is a great looking kick. Umpire hardly moves, and it's gone straight back over his head. And that's a great kick by young Justin Tarr. And that's the third goal for the Belpost Hill side. They now move on to 3 goals 5. They trail Werribee 6 goals 6. 10.5 minutes. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard.
That was a goal they needed, Laurie.
Yeah, they certainly needed that, Eric, and you made a comment there before. They're good players are starting to get a little bit more of the footy, and that's correct. Lewis is getting quite a bit of it. Bowyer doing quite well around the ground and in the ruck, and as you said, you can go forward if your good players are getting the footy because they make the right options and the right decisions.
So back in the middle, I tell you what, there's a Barbie somewhere around. The smell's pretty good wafting in here on the breeze, isn't it? As the ball goes up again. This time both ruckmen tap the ball down. Shannon gets it to Festuca. Festuca's tackle.
He's gone this time.
He's pinged for holding the football. And the free kick has gone to Fursland. There's a couple of players exchange pleasantries off the football. There's Roland Beck thrown to the ground in the marking contest. Has to get the free kick. Goes wide. As the big fellow Clayton out there. He chips it further forward to Simmons. He's getting a bit more of the footy this week, Laurie, than he did last week, and it's a long kick from him, but good use of the body there was Hammond at centre-half back and took the mark at the back there of Watt. Down the middle of the corridor, and that's good play. Fursland takes the mark, taking far too long to get rid of it. He's well, they've made a mess of it, Belpost Hill, because although Furman probably saves him, gets a handball to Lewis, over to Harty, and on the left foot, Harty towards full forward. Numbers there with Belpost Hill. At the front of the pack, it's Furman. Must be running on the ball. There's on the blind side of the umpire. The ball was dropped, but it's picked up there by Shannon. And Shannon, with experience, kicks it to the wide open spaces of centre wing. Watt, Welsh, I should say, coming towards the footy from half forward. He's eased out of the contest there by McAuliffe, and the ball off their hands is over the boundary line. It's at the 50-metre arc. Half forward flank for Werribee Central's kicking with the breeze in the second quarter. It's been going 12.5 minutes, and the umpire will bring the ball back into play.
Fursland's got a run with roll with Festuca.
Is that what it is now, is it? So that's an interesting one. From the throw-in, the ball's come to ground. Werribee Central's, if they use a little bit of team off. The Maybury absolutely throttled into the ground on that occasion. No free kicks from the umpire, and Belpost Hill clear it to Moreland. Free kick, well, he's paid holding their man. So there's some Tinky Touchwood stuff going on out there as the ball kicked to centre wing. Lee McAuliffe took too long, but he does get his kick to the ball. At centre half forward, Chris Gillum, great defensive stuff. Gets the ball out of the hands there of Holiday into the arms of Roland Beck, and to centre wing again. In front was Moreland, does well, but the ball kicked off the ground towards the boundary. It's over. It's 13 minutes gone in the second quarter. 6-6 Werribee. Belpost Hill 3-5.
Change has been made, and Camilleri comes on for his first run for the afternoon. Ball true centre wing. Umpire to bring the ball back in. Bowyer in ruck with Clayton. Ball comes over the top, and the 222s go at it. It's one over the top by Fursland, who clears the ball back to the centre of the ground. In there is Lyman, but it's gone too far for him. Maybury comes in, puts a bump on, cleaned up by Chris Gillum. Looks to handball over, but gets it back himself. Now he goes to Corey Wallace. Wallace with a long kick forward. Looking to the forward line. Bernardo pushes it. Merrick under the pack, or under the ball there, with good body, and he's taken a mark. And Mark Bernardo from about 15 metres out, no further than that. He'd be nearly directly in front. Should kick the goal.
Similar to Hammond's mark, Dale, wasn't it?
Very similar.
Sheer body strength.
Yep. Sort of just held them up, don't they, Eric?
Yeah.
Just hold them under the ball and move the, not two actions, they do claim it as. Mark Bernardo comes in, almost directly in front, chips at the ball. That's straight back over the umpire's head there. That's his second goal for the afternoon. And Werribee move on now to 7 goals 6, leading the Belpost Hill side 3 goals 5. We've gone 14.5 minutes, second quarter of Raiders bingo scoreboard.
Laurie, he's an able replacement at full forward, Mark Bernardo. I think you made the comment at quarter time. He's putting contests on, hasn't had a lot of kicks, but his bodily presence, a little bit of a handball or paving away, and like to kick 2 goals himself, it's worthwhile.
Well, he's had more handballs than he's had kicks, but he's kicked 2 goals, so his effort up there has been great. And you know, I remember a few years ago, you know, that was the way he always played his footy. you know, today they're going to go direct because they've got this win, but I think he would straighten their team up a bit, actually.
Hammond's gone back now.
Switch, yeah, well picked, Dale, and Hammond's gone back to fullback and Marinovic to centre halfback. Gee, there's a mismatch. Who's that?
Camilleri, I think he's on.
Or Matt Watt, is it? One or the other. He's about 5'0", and Marinovic 6 foot. As the ball in the middle, tapped down by Clayton. Handball from Festuca to Shannon. He's run to the 50 metre. Oh, it's a huge kick again, but it's offline this time.
Take him off.
But I tell you what, it's a fantastic clearance there from Werribee. One kick and it's a score, 7-7-49. They lead Belpost still 3-5-23. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 15.5 minutes gone.
Popovsky brings the ball back in. This time Marinovic, a good lead up the ground, takes a mark. Still inside the 50 metre zone. He plays on now, no one standing to mark. Goes towards the centre of the ground. Fursland's there, but it's, Shannon with courage goes back with the ball. Cleaned up by, I think it's Camilleri. Handballs over the top, finds Dean. Hasn't taken possession, but Gillam runs on the ball. He's inside 50 and he goes for goal. And that's another one to the Werribee side.
That's
Chris Gillam from centre half back, yes. Has worked his way up the ground, taken possession of the ball, and a good-looking kick off the boot. That's gone straight through the middle. Werribee now, 8 goals, 7 in control. Lead Belpost Hill, 3 goals, 5. We've travelled now 16 minutes into the second quarter. Raiders bingo scoreboard.
He's another guy that is totally switched on, Laurie. This game really means a lot to Chris Gillam.
Yeah, certainly, Eric. And I think since he's gone to centre half back, I think he's better footy there. When he was playing on the ball, he was running himself poorly, trying to lift the side, which you do, and your captain and coach try and do this, do that. And up there, you know, you've got to go when you've got to go, and that drifted forward. Nice goal.
So Bowyer and Clayton in the middle. Bowyer unattended. Actually knocked it down to Clayton. His handball goes to Festuca. He's run almost to the 50 metre arc. Long
Don't
kick.
tell me.
Oh, just missed to the left-hand side of the tall timber. But I tell you what, with that breeze, they're kicking the ball a long way. The Werribee Central side. 8 goals, 8.56 Werribee. 3-5-23 Belpost Hill. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard.
You'd love to be able to train like that, wouldn't you? Just
Dean Clayton's touching the ball a bit too, and they need that from him. He's a big boy, and he's got to get those head outs.
Well, probably Bowyer didn't hit it away, did he? He hit it straight into Clayton's arms. So Lewis now, kick to himself, goes out wide. Gee, that was a dangerous kick because Hammond was in amongst the 2 Werribee Central's players. Took the mark, however, goes towards centre wing. Parker, good strength. Takes the mark, still just backward of centre wing. Reasonably close to the boundary. He's looking for, he's held up and the ball goes straight up into the air. Big pay of Gillam, attacked the footy. Picked up by Shannon, handed it to Wallace. Wallace, under a bit of pressure, goes towards half forward. Werribee do well at ground level. Foley can't pick the footy up, but he taps it forward. Popovsky's over the footy. And the umpire said, we're not going anywhere in that exchange.
Look, I don't want to sound too critical on Warren. He should have picked that footy up then. He had the space to pick that up years ago. He would have done that.
So at the 50 metre arc, centre half forward for Werribee Centrals. Oh, ball comes off hands to Shannon. He gets a handball to Festuca. He usually doesn't miss those from 50 with the breeze, but he's hasn't hooked it back far enough. 2 goals, 3 off the boot of Jason Festuca. I tell you what, we're getting sick and tired of saying the number of possessions he's getting, but he's having a good day. 8 goals, 9.57 Werribee Centrals, 3-5-23 Belpost Hill. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 19 minutes gone.
14 kicks, 3 handballs. Someone's got to rein him in.
Shannon and Festuca look like they've played footy all their lives together, but were they teaming up out there in the middle? Nathan Lewis decides to play on from the full back just to break things up, takes 2 bounces. Bernardo chased hard and did well, but it's gone out wide now. Marinovic over the top, but it's taken by Fursland. He's tackled and brought to the ground, but he's got his handball away. Moreland runs onto the ball. Tackled by 2 Werribee players. A lot more pressure from Werribee today. Beck meets the ball, kicks the ball off the ground, and it's going to hit the boundary line. Has it gone over? Yes, it has. Just over centre wing in the Belpost Hill attacking forward line. And they'll need to do something very quickly just to get a couple of goals back on the board here to get themselves back in the game.
Laurie Rowland back on the half-back flank. He's a proven defender. It looks like Werribee have sort of got back to a much more stable
it
setup.
does. It reads like that, Eric. Yeah, definitely right.
Ball's tapped, it come in and it's tapped forward by Holiday. Hardy tries to run onto the ball, but again, Roland Beck covering him very nicely there. And the ball goes over the boundary line. We're just outside the 50-metre zone. Belpost Hill still in attack. The umpire again to bring the ball back into play.
Duel off.
In ruck, we've got Ulkowski's on the ball now. Here you go against Holiday. Ball comes in. Again, Holiday with strength, taps the ball down. Hardy takes possession of the ball. He gets a quick handball away. The kick from forward now goes into the hot spot there for a true forward ball, just inside the forward pocket there now. Shannon cleans up again. He looks to bring the ball wide. He's got Mabry running wide. He takes the mark deep in the back pocket position. Now looks to bring the ball to the clubroom side of the ground. Finds Kennedy running down the ground. Drops the mark but cleans up. Now goes forward to the half forward line. Chug in front. Casino now moves to the front. Welsh ball from behind by Chuggy. Second effort's tremendous there. Picks it up. Feeds the handball out. Doesn't hit his target. Picked up by Bell Post Hill, and their tackle Norton's on the ground again, and he's brought in down the tackle. I think the ball's over the boundary line. Yes, it is. Hang on, we've got a bit of push and shove. Can't see much of it, but I know it's happening. Warren Foley been there. Tell me something I don't know. Ball comes back into play. Run down by Okowski. Taps the ball down, but Furman's read the ball well. Over the top of the shoulder. No, it's a good tackle by Warren Foley. Just in front of the broadcast area. The umpire's waiting for the ball to be handed back so the play can begin.
Bit of feeling amongst them.
Yes.
Yep. It's a big game.
They're playing for something here today. Holiday in front. Gets the ball down to Wells. Ball comes up. Cleaned up by Shannon. He gets round the first player and it's knocked over the boundary line. Another throw in to be happen. All right. Matty Furman says, hang on a minute. Oh, sorry, Mick Furman. It is Matty's playing at Essen, isn't he? Umpire brings the ball back in. Holiday and Olkowski to go at it again. Over the top, Gillum takes possession. Quick kick, doesn't go anywhere. Dived on by Furman again. He wins the free kick this time. No advantage there. The umpire says you're going to bring the ball back. The ball had gone to Popovsky down forward. But Mick Furman to bring the ball. He's back in the wings position. He'll start play off again. Will he go backwards to Popovsky? No, he doesn't. He looks forward to the half forward line. Short kick over the top of Lewis, but in behind him, we've got Limer, I think it is. Yes, Limer swings onto his right foot, goes to centre half forward. Over the top, we've got Fursland, I think it was, but he drops the ball. Verstuka cleans up. Strength runs away from players. Takes a bounce. Fursland and hop and shoot. Good chase down there, but the handball comes across to Roland Beck. Centre of the ground. Gillum running past again. Long kick forward. No one moving there. Bernardo now comes out to meet the ball. Hammond takes away from the ball. Punches the ball 50 metres or 20 metres at least anyway. We're getting exaggeration here, but we've gone over the boundary line. Deep in the back forward pocket.
Chuggy wanted a free kick.
Well, there's no doubt what he was doing, but gee, from 40 metres, it's hard to give.
Would have been a brave one, but it probably was there. He had no other intention to go to the boundary line. But it was a good decision by the umpire. Deep in the forward pocket, Werribee side, deep in attack here. In ruck, Bernardo this time, goes up against Hammond. They're both polling each other. The umpire doesn't play a free kick to either side, which is good. Her play comes out. Chris Gillum's again pushed forward with a kick over the shoulder. Comes to the farthest side of the ground, and we're out of bounds next to the right-hand point post. Again, forward line for the Werribee side.
Just if I had a criticism, Laurie, of the Werribee side, they're very, very short up forward, and they're struggling a bit.
Yeah, and they're getting too many numbers in their forward line at the moment too. They want to get someone out of there. They don't need that many players in there with this wind.
Play to begin again. Still Werribee side deep in attack. We must have 25 players in that area there, I think, and the ball's tapped down forward. It must have been a set play because Gillum come to the front of the pack. Didn't pick the ball up. It's cleaned by Wells, but he's gone to the left foot. Out of bounds. And the shot will be taken there for the Werribee side. He'll be on the 50-metre arc.
They're lining up. Matt Shannon's not far away.
I don't know who's got the ball because it's just over the top of the box there. Can you see out the box there, Laurie?
No, I can see it. I think it might be...
Walsh, is it?
Mabry, is it?
Is it Walsh?
Probably Walsh.
Mabry's
walked away from it.
Mabry's here.
He didn't want to get it because he's a left footer. He could have kicked it from there, couldn't he, on the left?
Walsh is a goal kicker, so he's going to go back. I think it's him.
See, the Walsh and Shannon were there.
Oh, yeah, he's should have looked in the telly. We could have got it all. Here he comes in. He's just crossed over the 50-metre arc. It's a good-looking kick, but the wind is, Laurie, you've called it correctly there, off to the right-hand side. Matt Walsh, he scores another behind. That's his third for the day. And Werribee now move on to 8 goals, 10, leading Bell Post Hill 3 goals, 5. We've gone 24 and a half minutes. Second quarter, Raiders bingo scoreboard.
So ball kicked in quickly there by Popovsky, and the mark taken by is it Fursland,
Yep.
half-back flank. Goes to the centre of the ground. Good-looking kick, Parker. Well spoilt in the middle there by the Werribee side. Coming forward, Lewis. Can't take the footy. There's a... Well, it looked like the umpire said too high. I reckon it was a good hip and shoulder both ways. But Kazina has got the free kick. Just chips it forward.
Hardy.
That
Furman.
Furman it was, kicked it to the full forward position mark, not taken back there. Umpires, well, I don't know if they're consistent with some of their marking decisions today, but that one not paid. And the ball is 20 metres out from the Belpost Hill goal. A goal here at the 25-minute mark would be very helpful for them late in the second quarter. Thwaites to do the ruck work. Ball comes down. Lima, well, he went without the footy then, I'm afraid, but the ball still picked up by Parker. The favoured left foot is going to fall in the goal square. Mark not taken by Shannon. Ball was swirling around. Now there's another whistle on play.
I think it's a free kick to
It's
Shannon.
a free kick to
Kennedy.
It's certainly gone Mick Kennedy, I think, in the goal square. In fact, decides to go straight down the ground. Thwaites in good position over his head. The Breeze certainly took that the back of the pack. It looks like Mick Furman running with Foley, but Foley does well, and that's what he used to do very well. Intercepted the handball, shocking kick from him, but Norton, numbers are going to beat him. Wells flicked the ball back, and here Belpost Hill, there's, not a free kick, picked up there by the big fellow in Holiday. He goes out wide to Wells, and Belpost Hill, they're trying very, very hard to get that ball forward. Here's Fursland, now on the half-forward flank, so he's playing on the wing, covering a lot of scope there. Up high to the full forward position. Numbers back there with Werribee Centrals. Picked up there by Dave Kennedy. Has his kick, great kick for position, but, Mabry does well. Takes the mark, diving. And this bloke's played footy before, Laurie.
Yeah, he has too. There's no doubt about that. Kick number 9 for him.
So Mabry now, he's slowing it down. Going to go for the long kick towards the half-back flank. Up high was Parker, and he's been pinged because he didn't take the mark, and the free kick will go to Alkowski, who was the man in front. And not happy with that, Parker. Handball quickly to Wallace, and now it's down the ground, and Parker, I think he's been sucked. He sucked himself in, to be honest. He's not happy about the marking decision. Now he gives a 50-metre penalty in real terms. So the mark and free kick down the ground is gone to Matt Welsh. The man on the mark is standing on the 50-metre arc. With the way this guy can kick, with the Breeze behind him, not without a chance, I'd suggest. 27 minutes gone. Welsh now. Gone back a long way. Very deliberate approach. Now he moves in. Good looking kick. I reckon it's away to the... I reckon that's come back at the finish, and that's a great goal to Matt Welsh. It is his first for the day, but a very important goal at this stage of the game for Werribee Centrals. 9 goals, 10, 64 Werribee, 3-5, 23 Belpost Hill. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad about it. It was a mongrel kick. There was no doubt about that. She was going up in the wind. She was going forward, going back, but in the last pitch she went through. So the end result was what he needed.
But poor effort from Parker.
Yeah, you can't afford to do that. This is an important game.
Ball to start again back in the middle of the ground. Alkalski and Holiday go at it. The ball comes to the ground and it's won by the Simmons from Werribee side. He kicks the ball with a short kick going forward. Furman and Popovsky running to each other. Now they lose the ball. Yep, Shannon has cleaned up. Goes to Festuca with hands, but he's put under pressure and he loses possession of the ball. Marinovic picks up now, but with Popovsky again. Crosses back to the centre of the ground. Goes short, finds Lewis. Just the other side of the centre position on the ground. Nathan Lewis will go long with a 50-metre kick. Looking for Bowyer. Bowyer's out in front. Lets the ball drop. Prop. Wallace, I think, cleans up for the Werribee side. It's not forward by Thwaites. Picked up by Parker. Ball's on the ground. It's in dispute. Umpire's going to let play go because the ball's still underneath. Now he says it's mine. We're not going to go anywhere. We need a few blokes with some smaller heads out there, I think, Eric, or shorter people in front of us.
That's a very big crowd here, Dale, and haven't seen this big a crowd at Werribee for a long time, and it's great for the game. Makes it difficult for commentators.
A little bit hard, but never mind. Deep in the forward line here with Belpost Hill, a chance to score maybe. Nathan Lewis comes out of the pack. Goes left, now he goes back to Parker. Comes back to his natural side on his left foot. Drives the ball to the goal square. Going back with the flight of ball basically, but it's cleaned up by Kennedy. A good strong mark. And he goes wide to the far side to his brother. And Dave Kennedy picks up and he goes further afield looking for Norton on the true centre wing. Diving mark. Picks it up. Good strong mark there. Now he plays on, swings back towards the centre ground, bringing back to the corner. Camilleri's in front, spoiled by Marinovic. Goes back to the wing. Norton comes through again, but he overruns the ball, but dives on it. Picked up by Wells, over the top of the ball. And it's now with Matt Dean, I think, taking possession. He's tackled by 2 or 3.
Whoever it was courageous. He put his body on the line.
I think it was Dean. It was good work, though.
Absolutely.
If you want to get the hard footy, that's what you got to do.
Yes, it was Dean. He is the last man up, and the umpire's taking possession of the ball. Umpire to throw the ball up. Just the other side of the centre square here with the ball. Chris Gillen coming through, misses possession. Fersen cleans up a good tackle there. Looked like a rugby tackle. Picks him up and drops him down. Parker by hand. Looks for Josh Basely. Basely walks into goal from 30 metres out, and that's a much needed goal for the Bellpost Hill side. Josh Basely has kicked the goal, and that moves the Bellpost Hill side on to 4 goals 5. They trail Werribee 9 goals 10-64. We've gone over 30 minutes into the second quarter. Raiders bingo scoreboard.
They're the sort of goals that Josh Basely doesn't miss, Laurie, and he certainly didn't need to miss that one.
No, they really needed that one though. Look, both sides are fighting hard there. Bellpost Hill at the moment just sort of playing catch-up footy, I feel, and you know, making a few errors as well, and they can't afford to do that. But that was a goal well needed, and settle down and see if they can get another one.
So very late in the second quarter here at Galvin Park, the umpire moves to the circle once again to resume festivities. Ball goes up. Holiday gets a tap down, but at ground level, Werribee do well for Stuka. Picks the footy up, eludes a tackle. Now hooks it around on that left foot towards half forward, but that's all we're going to get for the first half here at Galvin Park, because the siren has sounded and the score reads at half time. Werribee Centrals 9 goals 10-64, leading Bellpost Hill 4-5-29.